Hello and welcome to Perspectives in the midst of World Youth Day and Pope Francis's visit to Brazil. And what a visit it's been. This morning, Pope Francis visited the community of Varginha, a favela or shanty town on the outskirts of Rio. There he told the people that the Pope is with them, that the Church is with them. They are not alone and must always be bearers of goodness, never succumbing to the evil that surrounds them, but defeating it with faith. He expressed his desire to visit every district of Brazil, but said that their community would serve to represent all communities, saying, "How I wish I could knock on each of your doors, greet you good morning, and share a cold glass of water or a coffee with all of you, to speak to you as a family friend and listen to you as you pour out your hearts." He especially exhorted the young people, telling them never to yield to discouragement, but to be bringers of hope. And after his visit to the Varginha favela, Pope Francis made an impromptu visit to the Cathedral of St. Sebastian in Rio to address Argentinian youth who had requested a special meeting with their fellow Argentine. The Holy Father gladly accepted their request and delivered enthusiastic, off-the-cuff remarks before placing them under the protection of Mary and blessing a cross of St. Francis to be taken throughout Argentina. Addressing his fellow Argentinians, he highlighted how the young and old must work together in their country, thanked them for their closeness, and said that they must model their lives after the Beatitudes and Matthew 25, when Jesus says, "Whatsoever you did to the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did unto me." The Holy Father also emphasized the supreme importance of faith in Jesus Christ, who died for each of us. He said, "Don't forget to make noise, to disturb, to work together as the young with the aged, two slices of society which are too often marginalized." He also told them that he needs their prayers and wishes to be as close to them as possible. At the conclusion of his address, he led them in a blessing and prayed a Hail Mary. Continuing with the stream of papal events, tonight Pope Francis made his first appearance at an official World Youth Day event. The World Youth Day Papal Welcoming Ceremony took place at Copacabana Beach and attracted hundreds of thousands of ecstatic pilgrims. Greeting the pilgrims with great affection, the Pope proclaimed, "In you I see the beauty of Christ's young face, and am filled with joy." He also recalled the first World Youth Day held on an international level, which took place in his hometown of Buenos Aires in 1987, calling World Youth Day an immense feast of faith. He prayed that all young people in Rio and around the world might experience the joy of being united with each other in friendship and faith. Full text of all the Pope's messages, addresses, and homilies is available as always on our blog, saltandlighttv.org/blog. This afternoon at the Vivo Rio Center in Rio, the Canadian National Gathering was held, bringing together Canadian pilgrims and bishops in a spirit of faith and celebration. The gathering featured music, testimonies, prayer, and a reflection on the call of St. Matthew by Archbishop Richard Smith, highlighting the missionary spirit of these World Youth Days. It was an opportunity for pilgrims from across Canada to unite in their faith and share the excitement of their experience. Turning to Spain, yesterday 78 people died and over 140 were injured when a high-speed passenger train derailed and crashed into a barrier wall. In the wake of the tragedy, Pope Francis has sent his condolences, apostolic blessing, and fervent prayers to all those affected. The tragic accident took place near the renowned shrine of Santiago de Compostela, devoted to St. James, patron of Spain, whose feast is celebrated today, July 25th. In other news, a new archbishop has been appointed to the Archdiocese of Edinburgh St. Andrews in Scotland. Monsignor Leo Cushley, currently head of the English language section of the Vatican Secretariat of State, has been appointed to replace Cardinal Keith O'Brien, who resigned earlier this year in the wake of the papal conclave due to allegations of misconduct. Finally, there is a new director of the Canadian National Liturgy Office. The Canadian Conference of Catholic Bishops has appointed Father Terence J. Fournier, a priest of the Diocese of Sault Ste. Marie. Father Fournier was ordained in 1993 and since 2011 has served as chairman of the Ontario Liturgical Conference. He replaces Father William Burke, who after over 6.5 years with the CCCB has been recalled to service in the Diocese of Antigonish. And that's all for Perspectives today. Stay with us for our complete coverage of World Youth Day and the papal visit. On Friday, we will be airing the World Youth Day Youth Festival live at 1 p.m., World Youth Day Central at 4 o'clock, and the Way of the Cross with Pope Francis beginning at 5 p.m. Full schedule is available on the Salt and Light website and wydcentral.org. As always, be sure to check out our Salt and Light blog as well as our Facebook and Twitter pages for up-to-date news and the latest details. Thank you for joining us, stay with us, and God bless you.